Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another new edition of Cairo Local Time, where we get you the latest news and events taking place here in Egypt on ongoing activities. And our guest today will be Miss Aicha Al-Waad, Moroccan singer and writer. She will be joining us here at the studio live, but we'll now have a look at the major top stories of the day. But we'll now go for a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and now with the major top stories that took place here in Egypt. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi inaugurated the Oil and Gas International Conference and Exhibition in Egypt, which is being held in Cairo under the slogan "Promising Opportunities for Oil and Gas in Egypt." Sisi welcomed a suggestion to transform Egypt into a regional center for oil and gas commerce. Major international companies are taking part in the exhibition, which reflects Egypt's interest in the energy sector as representing an important pillar of the national economy. The exhibition aims to promote new petroleum projects to enhance communication with foreign investors and major international companies, as well as to highlight the unique investment opportunities enjoyed by the oil and gas industry in Egypt. And now we move on to our special report. Egypt's parliament has voted in favor of a long-touted cabinet reshuffle, approving the appointment of 9 new cabinet ministers, mainly in ministries related to public services and the economy. The reshuffle includes new ministers for the portfolios of agriculture, parliamentary affairs, local development, planning and administrative reform, education, higher education, and transport. And we have the details in this report.
On Tuesday, with a majority 9 new ministers as part of a cabinet reshuffle. Earlier, Prime Minister Sharif Ismail said in a media statement that the cabinet reshuffle in Egypt will include 9 ministers from the Economic and Public Service Ministries group. The Prime Minister said that the new reshuffle would include the merger of 2 ministries into one. Ismail said the cabinet plans to appoint 4 deputies for each minister following the success of a similar experience at the Ministry of Finance. The statement read that the philosophy of change adopted by the cabinet depends mainly on continuing the social and economic reforms. Some members of Egypt's parliament were informed on Monday of the names of the ministerial candidates submitted to parliament by the cabinet ahead of a vote on the list in a plenary session on Tuesday. Hossein Aicha, the head of Parliament's Budget Committee, told reporters on Monday that Parliament Speaker Ali Abdel had officially received a list of the new cabinet ministers with their curriculum vitae attached. Aicha said MPs will be required to approve or reject the list as a whole, not on a case-by-case basis, in line with Article 147 of the Constitution.
And continuing with some of the major news events, the Minister of Defense Sobhi inspected on Tuesday a military demonstration about the procedures on which army checkpoints are based. The military demonstration was carried out by the academy student. According to a statement from the army spokesperson on Facebook, Sobhi visited the military academy where the students and officers showed techniques and preparations carried out to foil any terrorist attack against army checkpoints. The military demonstration also included the participation of Army Officer Karim Bad, who was injured during a militant attack against his checkpoint in North Sinai. During the display, the officer showed the most proper ways to secure checkpoints and prevent attacks, according to the statement. Egypt is making good progress in its economic reform program, and the recent developments might be an indicator that the transition is coming to a close. International Monetary Fund Managing Director Christine Lagarde said on Monday. When asked if she believes the worst is going to come before and the better comes later regarding the economic situation in Egypt, Lagarde said that this is the typically way it works. Lagarde, who said the IMF expects to complete its first review of the program around June, expressed her confidence that authorities are doing the best they can under the circumstances, saying they're seeing good progress. Lagarde added it's difficult to be certain whether the transition will be completed anytime in 2017, but she expressed her optimism about the situation. Welcome back, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we leave you with our military magazine on the latest in the military field.
دول ظلت لعشرات السنين تنعم بالأمن والاستقرار وتتمتع بالرفاهية والرخاء والازدهار. وجاء اليوم الذي لم يستثن فيه الإرهاب أحدا، ولم يفلت من غدره مجتمع ظن أنه آمن أو محصن. لقد تفجر الإرهاب في كثير من دول العالم، واستشرى خطره حتى طال الدول العريقة في الحرية والديمقراطية.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and moving on to this report. It's not every day that the #1 soccer player in the world gets assigned as an ambassador of an enterprise. Now joining Dani Alves, Lionel Messi is now officially the face of Tour and Cure. Tour and Cure provides hepatitis C patients from all over the world with an effective and affordable treatment package. It is Egypt's latest initiative in the medical tourism, namely offering the opportunity to treat hepatitis C with the most recent advanced therapies worldwide with no waiting time. We have more details in the following report.
Hepatitis C treatment tourism, the Argentinian football player Lionel Messi arrived in Egypt. They are attempting to refresh tourism in Egypt. The Egyptian government started a campaign in June to make Egypt a destination for patients from Europe and Asia to cure hepatitis C at cheap prices. This campaign is supported by the Egyptian Ministries of Tourism and Aviation. In the statement, the company declared that hepatitis C treatment in Europe costs around 100,000 euros. However, according to the program of the campaign, the treatment will not exceed 4,900 euros in Egypt. In a previous report published by the World Health Organization, Egypt was declared one of the best countries in treating patients with hepatitis C virus. It was also stated that the price of a 3-month treatment has dropped from $900 to $200 in 2014.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're joined over the telephone by Dr. Mustafa Sultan, tourism expert. Hello, sir, and thank you for joining us here on Cairo Local Time. Dr. Sultan, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello, I'm here.
Sir, Egypt's latest initiative in medical tourism offering the opportunity to treat hepatitis C with the most recent and advanced therapies worldwide, and a package that offers patients the opportunity to take the beauty of Egypt and visit historic landmarks during the days of the treatment while enjoying a relaxing stay at a 5-star hotel. This is, of course, a new initiative here in Egypt. How do you assess the package offered to the patients, in which they will combine both treatment and luxury and, of course, tourism?
Yeah, Egypt actually having cured nearly 1 million patients in 2016. This program had been promoted by the government in Egypt. So it launched the national communication campaign on hepatitis C.
Right.
So now you can imagine having a body enhancement surgery at the private hospital near the Red Sea or overlooking the Nile and the pyramids. Before and after surgery, medical tourists can relax on beautiful beaches or be pampered at one of the country's spa resorts to help restore energy, stamina, and vitality before turning home feeling refreshed and renewed. So this is a great thing about combining a holiday with surgery or with the treatment in Egypt, is that both can be achieved for the price it would cost for just the surgery in any of the European countries.
Right. Sir, Lionel Messi, the #1 soccer player in the world, is the face of touring cure. How far would this boost this initiative, and how far does signing with icon figures support such initiatives? I mean, signing with icon figures like, for example, movie stars or sports stars like Lionel Messi and others. How would this boost this initiative?
Yeah. Definitely, when you host one of the best players all over the world like Messi in Egypt, this will give a very good indication about how safe is Egypt, and also to promote the initiative in a very good way. Actually, the hepatitis C worldwide have a lot of waiting lists in several countries. So I think if we succeed to approach this initiative to stop the wait for this treatment and host all patients in Egypt can combine their holiday with their treatment, that will be very good to the Egyptian tourism industry.
Right, Dr. Mustafa Sultan, tourism expert. Many thanks for joining us here on Cairo Local Time, sir.
With pleasure.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to this short break and we'll be right back with our Cairo Local Time and our dear guest.
هنا القاهرة.
هنا القاهرة.
هنا القاهرة.
هنا القاهرة. هنا القاهرة. هنا القاهرة.
هنا القاهرة. القاهرة القاهرة.
هنا القاهرة.
هنا القاهرة.
هنا القاهرة.
عيني على أهل كايرو لبط ابنها من يسايرو، الكل عامل مثالي ونسلم في بعض عاير.
هنا القاهرة الساحرة الآسرة الهادرة الساهرة السافرة السافرة.
لك حبيبي يحبك وتحب تهديه بهدية، هاتوا مصر الحليوة يقول لك دي صحيح هي أم الدنيا.
هنا القاهرة.
القاهرة ونيلنا وكلنا وأغانينا ومواويلنا وحكاوينا يا جمالنا. القاهرة تجيلنا تحن لنا. Take me back to Cairo, beside the river Nile. My heart belongs to Cairo, oh Cairo, where I have found my smile. إن عيوني في يوم تشتاق لك، متهيأ لك إن أنا ممكن تاني ألجأ لك، متهيأ لك إن عيوني في يوم تشتاق لك. أيوة بحبك بس أنا ممكن أعاند روحي، واقدر اخبي في قلبي جروحي. ايوه بحبك بس انا ممكن اعاند روحي. ايوه بحبك واقدر اخبي في قلبي جروحي. اقدر ابيعك من ايامي مش ممكن تملك احلامي. اقدر ابيعك من ايامي مش ممكن
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching Cairo Local Time live here on Nile TV International, and we're honored to be joined live here at the studio by renowned Moroccan singer and writer Aicha الوعد. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us here on Nile TV International.
Good afternoon for everybody.
I'd first like you to tell me about your start. You started and your beginnings. You started as a star. You began as a star. Would you tell me more about your beginnings?
Well, I first came to Egypt, but before coming to Egypt, I did a program in Morocco. I participated in a program in Morocco. It's called Show Talent. Talent show.
Right.
So he was this one like a door, opened the door for me just to be sure for my self-confidence to be.
So it was a talent show like
Mawahib, Mawahib,
right.
yes, Mawahib. So after that, a long year, I met the great compositor, Mr. Baligh Hamdi.
Right.
Then he pushed me and invited me to come to Cairo to do my career here.
Why did you choose Cairo or Egypt to start your career and not Morocco?
Well, at that time, you see, everybody was coming here, like Aziz Jalal, like Samira Saeed, like these people, great people. And don't forget, Cairo or Egypt in general, for the art, is the hub for the art. So anybody has to come here to progress his art or the art.
Right. You won several prizes and awards throughout your singing career. Would you tell me more about the most important and the most special to you?
Well, I was so lucky to receive recognitions for these awards that I got it. The first one, it was for my song Matar Shawara, an award. I received it. Then it was a long year. It was another one for Arab Song Festival, and I think it was held in Cairo. Then, and so on, so on. But the most important for me, and the closest one for my heart, is ambassador, goodwill ambassador, because this one for me is very important, and also I think I deserve it because I'm working. I'm working on for that.
Right. I will get
title.
back to this very important point, being appointed as a goodwill ambassador. But I would also like to talk a little bit about your brother, the great musician Mehdi, who played a special role in your artistic career. Would you tell me more about his contribution to your singing career?
Yeah, with him. Yes, of course. First, my brother Mehdi Abdou is a comprehensive artist. First, he's painter. He is composer, he is singer. So I think without him, I think no Aicha Waad, for sure. That's why my name is...
So he was your support?
Yes, yes, yes. My name is supported by him. Is really this one important. So we, and plus we do duet together. And we sing the first in the classic way. Then he composed songs for us, the both. Then we sing together.
Right. You're both now preparing for a concert together at the Cairo Opera House. So would you tell me more about this very special event?
This is planned. We're thinking about this one and we're proceeding, inshallah. So we will do a big concert, me and my brother Mehdi Abdou, because as I told you, we are doing duet together. So it will be for the classic songs, and in the meantime, the new songs, inshallah.
And now we're having a lot of requests that you will sing for us a song, inshallah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, by the way, my composer that I love is the composer Mr. Hilmi Bakr. He did the first song for me, this one that I will sing to you now, right now.
Right.
It's calling Kunna Habaib.
Right. And if you need the mic.
What is the, I don't know, it's not working. كنا حبايب وتمنينا نفضل طول العمر حبايب. كنا حبايب بس لقينا ناس بتفرق أي حبايب. ناس قابلتنا ولما شافتنا لفرحتنا أوام حسدتنا وتفرقنا وقلنا يا دنيا أما صحيح في الحب عجايب. ده احنا امبارح كنا حبايب كنا حبايب كنا حبايب كنا حبايب احنا كنا حبايب. It was the first song in my life, in my career. Yes.
That was your first song?
Yes, yeah,
Right.
the first one.
And I understand that you speak 5 languages.
Yeah.
Would you tell me more about those languages and how did you learn 5 languages? I mean, of course, 4 languages plus your native Moroccan language, right?
Yes, sure. Well, I'm a little bit curious because I'm always trying to learn in my life something I cannot do. So, for instance, for the languages, maybe is my hobby. That's why I speak French, my mother language, Arab.
Okay.
Then I learn Arab classic, French, English, Italian, and
Right.
Spanish.
And Spanish.
Yes.
Okay, and you have this Moroccan, I think it's a special Arabic language of your
Well,
of your
we
own?
have Moroccan language, so the
Right.
what we talk
Morocco.
in French we
It's-
call
it's
argot.
Berberi?
No, there are people talking speaking Berber, but
Right.
I'm not speaking Berber
This
because
is- this
I'm
is
sorry
for-
because I'm coming from Casablanca.
Oh,
And-
it depends where
Yes,
you, okay.
yes.
Okay.
If you go to the mountain, Kinifra and so on, they are speaking only Berber. I
Okay.
don't understand in any case.
Okay, so it's their special language. It's not in the whole country. I mean, not all the Moroccans speak Berberi.
But all Moroccan, we are origin Berber. We
Okay.
are أبناء مازغ. مازغ is Berber.
Okay.
But for us, if you remember when the Islam come on the coast, the Casablanca for the commerce, so they bring the Arab. So that's why we speak Arab very
Right,
well.
and how did all these languages boost your singing career and writing career? We're going to talk also about writing, of course.
Yeah. Well, I love this one. This is my hobby. This is my is pleasure for me.
Despite your scientific background, I understand that you studied scientific subjects. I mean,
Mathematics, science.
you
yes.
studied mathematics,
Yes.
and then you shifted to exactly the opposite. You shifted to an artistic career. Why was this shift?
Well, first, don't forget, there is a very strong link between art and science. In fact, you can in art field, you find Dr. Yahya Al-Fakhrani, Dr. Ibrahim Gardani, Dr. Izzat Abu Auf. They are doctors in medicine.
Yes,
So I don't find any strange inside.
Right.
In my case, I did mathematics science, but I like to sing. I like, it's normal to shift, not shifting, but practicing another branch.
But when did your love for singing start? At what age? I mean, at an early age, at childhood age?
You mean singing?
Yeah.
Wow, when I was child. Yes, when I was maybe 9 years old, I start.
You started singing?
Yeah, singing, yeah.
And who was the first one to encourage you to continue with the singing career?
Of course, my brother first, Mehdi Abdou, then Bali Hamdi.
Then Bali Khan.
Yeah, the both. I recognize this
And
one.
we still have a lot of requests for another song.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Well, I want to say something classic. When I sing in the talent show, Mawahib, so I sing أفدين حفظ الهوى. أفدين حفظ الهوى is poetry.
Right.
From there, I start to learn the Arab classic. Well, you want to hear something, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
أفدين حافظ الهوى وضيع ملك الفؤاد فما عسى أن أصنع أفدين إن حفظ الهوى أو ضيع أفدين.
I would also like to move on to your writing career. I know that you are a writer and you met with great writers like Ihsan Abdul Quddus and Yusuf Idris, who you were influenced by.
Yeah.
Would you tell me more about your meeting with those great writers and your writing career?
Well, as I told you, when I came from Morocco, I was coming just because I'm studying French in Morocco, my mathematics science. I come here singing poetry just like this, like bird. So I stay with these people these great people, writers, journalists like Ahmed Ragab, so I start, as I told you, I'm so curious in my life, I start to learn from them. And they encourage me a lot. So from that point, I start to have this hobby, to write, to follow their job, and like what he did, Ihsan Abd Qudus, many, all in cinema, like أنف وثلاث عيون, like ترترى في النيل. This is, I'm influenced for that.
Right. I understand also that you've participated at the Cairo International Book Fair, and there was a seminar that you participated at titled "The Poems and Lyrics."
Yes.
Would you tell me more about this experience, and how did you see and how did you evaluate the 48th round of the Cairo Book Fair?
Well, first I want to thank the book fair because Morocco this year was honored and a guest of honor
at the book fair.
At the book fair.
Right.
So for me, I was invited.
As the guest of honor.
Yeah, to a panel just to talk about my home country. So what I find, what I feel, a lovely Egyptian public. It was wonderful, and we talk about lyric poetry. We talk also about culture in general. We mixed. It was mixer for everything, just not, but nothing. I mean culture. I mean music. For me, I have to understand everything, not just books. You know.
Right, and during the seminar also you spoke about Baligh Hamdi, the great musician. Would you tell us more about your experience with him, and how far did he influence your singing career?
Yeah, he taught me a lot, Mr. Baligh Hamdi, God bless him. Well, he taught me how to sing, how to deal, how to treat the people, even included in the job, in the art. So, but the most important, he said to me, I remember, the commitment is extremely important because I make mistake with him when he was in London. He make me song for Oman, Muscat, and it was national song. But suddenly I left everything and I went to Morocco because my mother was sick, and I catch flight. I went to see her because I didn't apologize. I didn't do anything with him. So he teach me in the life the commitment is extremely important. That's Mr. Baligh Hamdi.
Right. I would also like to move on to you being selected as a Goodwill Ambassador.
Yeah.
Would you tell me more about the duties of this, and how are you coping with the duties of this post, and at the same time your singing and writing career?
Yeah. First, when I write a book called Reflections in Humanity. This is one of to have this title. The second, I'm always following the children, abandoned children. I did concert for them. I raised money through NGO just to help this child because I have high feeling for them. I'm weak in front of them. I'm visiting them any moment, any time, any occasion. So for me, and also this title is big responsibility. I was doing that one before taking this title. But once I have it also, I have to progress more in this charity, donation is very important. But especially for me, the abandoned children, because I know what is not to have is very important, because I work in my life very hard. That's why.
So you're mainly focused on disabled children.
Yes.
What other duties are you doing through your job as a Goodwill Ambassador?
Yeah, only for me important to raise money for them. I told you, through NGO, I raise money for them just to help them, to teach them, to give them the security in life, because really is pity. I'm happy once I visit them, once I do this one. For me, it's a great day when I do this one. It's a great day.
So you have another song you will sing for us, right?
Another song. Yeah, what song we can sing?
قالوا لي هاني الود عليه ونسيك وفات قلبك هو وحداني رديت وقلت بتشمتوا لي هو افتكرني عشان ينساني هو افتكرني عشان ينساني هو افتكرني عشان ينساني قالوا لي تيرارارا تيرارا.
Thank you. We know that you're also preparing for a patriotic song that will be dedicated to Egypt.
Yes.
Would you tell us more about this song?
Well, I will tell you, the composer is Mehdi Abdou, my brother. The poem is Mr. Nabil Afyouni from Lebanon. So Sam Emil, he will do the music. So inshallah, very soon, in few days, we will have this focus on this song everywhere in Egypt, because I have big love for Egypt, big love, big souvenir in this country since I arrived at that time.
So you're living here most of the time?
No. I'm going around with my husband for his job. Okay. So now, for time being, because I have focused my job now here, that's why I'm here. But I will not leave Cairo again. I want to say something. My life took by my marriage, but my great marriage, I love it. But Cairo always in my heart. That's why I'm back to work time by time in Cairo.
Right. I would also like to know what are your plans for the near future here in Egypt and also back in Morocco?
Well, my plan just to finish this national song for Egypt. Then I have another song, new one, to record in here. And I have in April, three concerts in Morocco through Minister of Culture. And this is for time being. Then maybe, but I'm not sure of Festival of Fez. It will be also this in plan this year. But I didn't sign yet this contract with them.
Right. You're mainly focused on classical music or classics in singing. How do you see the current or new trend in Arab songs in Egypt and also in the Arab world?
Well, it's good. I appreciate all. Most important things just to do the good work in the art. Pop, classic, whatever, just to be good and good, let's say, words. Also,
Words,
this,
of
also
course.
is very important. But there is no difference because if you sing classic, the other one sing pop, the other one sing jazz, the other one. For
But
me,
how do you evaluate the short songs, the very fast songs that are taking place now, not only in Egypt and also in the Arab world?
Well, some of them, they are very good, some of them not. But I don't want to criticize anybody, I'm sorry. Just because I have to respect all my colleagues.
Right. Right. I think we're going to take another song because we have a lot of requests that you sing for us another song.
Well, I hope they will put my songs that we have. I think so also. This one is very important, I think, with music, because when you...
Okay, our director is going, I think, to display one of the songs for us now.
Yes.
Right, we're going to go for this.
بسطني
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and still with our prominent guest, our singer, and of course also writer, Moroccan singer and writer, Aicha الوعد. Thank you very much for being with us today. I would also like you to tell me more about your writing career and who were you influenced with by, I mean, Western writers or Arab writers?
Well, many of them. I told you حسن عبد القدوس, محمود الكاتب, يوسف إدريس, نجيب محفوظ. The Westerner like Miguel de Cervantes, like Gabriel Garcia. Gabriel Garcia was from Colombia, but he writes book in Spanish. Very famous book in Spanish. And also, what attracted me also the Cervantes, Miguel de Cervantes, because when he writes, he was having charisma to write. He didn't do graduation in university. He was soldier, but very famous. And very famous book he writes, Don Quixote.
Don Quixote, of
yeah.
course.
So this is there is no limit for the art. There is no limit. That's why it attracted me, and I read about them. So I like. That's why, for me also, I like to write when it's available
and
for me.
Would you tell me more about your future plans in your writing career?
I try to write now only parts like this, talking about stories pass in front of me every day or daily. 10 pages, for instance, just to cut, not to make a long story, you know. This is my target now, to end this one, inshallah.
Right, our dear guest, our prominent guest, Miss Aicha الوعد, prominent singer and writer. Many thanks for joining us here in Cairo local time.
Thank you, Miss Aicha الوعد. No, Mrs. Aicha الوعد.
Aicha الوعد.
Thank you very much. Thank you for everybody. I'm very happy to talk and to see people for Night TV. Thanks for the staff. Thanks for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And dear ladies and gentlemen, with this we wrap up this edition of Cairo Local Time. Stay tuned for more coming up here on Al TV International. This is Divine Ramzi signing off.